It's time for another PCGS unboxing, order number 20. And we've got more Morgans for my set registry. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure. Welcome back to the channel. I have another PCGS unboxing video. This is kind of a small one. I only have 9 Morgan silver dollars in this unboxing video. They're all set registry Morgan dollars. And for those of you that don't know, I'm trying to put together an entire PCGS slabbed Morgan dollar set, including some of the major varieties from 1878 to 1921. And so over the years, I've been putting together that Morgan dollar set. I'm missing 4 Morgans completely, but I need about 30 or 40 still slabbed by PCGS. So I'm rambling. Bottom line is some of these Morgan dollars are not in that great a shape. They're just a little bit more rare. So their value-wise was under $300. And some of these are common ones in decent shape, but their value is still going to be under $300. So 9 Morgans. Let's get this box cracked open. We'll see if we have the PCGS black box in here or a different color, and I'll be back once I've got it out. It is indeed the PCGS black box. Let's get that security tape off there. This should be the front of the box with the label. So this should be the back. We'll be doing them backwards. And yeah, once I get the invoices out and the tape off, I'll show you the 9 Morgans that I submitted, and I'll give you a quick recap of what I thought the grades would be. All right, I've got the security tape off. I've got the invoice out. This is the original submission form that I sent in. Again, I want to remind everyone that there's only a $300 max coin value. I only paid $28 per Morgan dollar for the grading because a lot of these I thought were VF. But bottom line is I had 4 coins that I thought were mint state, but they are very common coins. I had one I thought was AU, a little bit of a better date, 1892, and then a bunch of 1894, 96, and 99s, 3 S's and an O that I thought were in that VF, I guess 20 to 35 range. I don't think any of those are going to make XF, and I did add pluses to these because I insured them for the highest possible grade, up to $300 on some of these. Even though I knew they probably were a stretch to get to that higher grade, I still insured them for that because I figured I might as well insure them for the maximum possible grading per coin just to go ahead and see if I can entice PCGS on a slider to move me up 1 grade, although I know that doesn't happen. Either way, that's what we got right here. Now let's crack open that case and let's start exposing the Morgan dollars, and it should start backwards. So we'll be starting from the lower grade stuff until we get to the more common higher grade, other than this 21 Denver. All right, first coin up is the 1921 Denver Morgan silver dollar. The reverse is really nice on this coin. And I'll tell you right now, I had it slated as an MS63 at $275 in value. And just for fun, I brought up the PCGS price value guide. Now, of course, this is PCGS retail value, not necessarily what they're selling for. And at $235, that's MS63. The problem is at MS64, it's $435. So I can only put down MS63. The back looks like an MS64 to me, but there is a couple of heavy contact marks on the front. Let's take a look and see if we got the MS63 that I was hoping for. And we did not. We got an MS62. And yeah, you can see that heavy slide mark and a lot of heavy bag marks on this coin. So I knew it probably wouldn't get higher than a 63. But I was still going to insure it for around a 63 since it was going to be a close call, and the back is beautiful. But you know what? We'll take an MS62. I don't have the 21D slab, so I needed to get one slab. This was the best that I had. And yeah, we'll take it. MS62, not exactly the grade we wanted because it only puts it around a couple of $100 versus the 250 or more if it got that 63. Either way, we'll take it. First one on the board. We're only off by a tick mark, but we kind of knew it based on the fields and the face of Morgan herself. Now let's move on to the 1899S. And I had this down as VF35 plus. I'm not going to bring up PCGS on all of these. We're just going to run through them because the next 4 are pretty lower condition, lower grade. I had it down as VF35 plus. Let's see what we got. We definitely got a straight grade at least. And as you can see by the reverse, not the best looking coin, but it's hard to get those 1899S's in a higher grade without paying up for them. And I believe I bought this in a roll of Morgan dollars for $50 a Morgan. And it was one of the less nice ones in the roll, but a better date. 1899S, looking for VF35. And we got VF30, so we're a little bit off on this one too. Again, same story. I couldn't grade it as an XF because it would have exceeded the $300 value. So I put VF35, even though I thought it was going to be somewhere in that VF30 to XF40 range. And we got the low end of the spectrum. 1899S, VF30, good for the registry. Next up is another low graded coin. I have it down as VF20. 1896S is a tougher date. This coin is not the nicest condition, although the back is okay. But again, we knew we were pushing for that middle VF range, and that's what I insured it for. Even a VF20 plus is around $300 PCGS book value. So we know it's not going to be XF. We're hoping for a low VF. How did we do? Wow. I did not see a fine 15 out of this one. Man, I thought it was at least closer to VF. You have most of the wing detail on the eagle on the back, and that typically is only present in VF or better coins. And, I guess they're going to say we don't have at least 2/3 of the hair marks between the brow and the ear, but man, that's close. That's a tough one right there. That should have been VF20 in my opinion, at least. We got fine 15. That's not going to do much for the registry except for actually have a graded one in my registry. And like I said, the big bulk of what's on this submission is exactly that. We only have 9 coins, and we're not even averaging $300 a coin on declared value, more like $250 a coin. Next up is the 1894S, and I had that as a higher VF, not quite XF. It would have pushed over $300, but I still thought it was a higher VF. And for those that are unfamiliar, VF is 20 through 35. Let's see what we got. 1894S coming up. Again, another low-graded coin. A little more detail on this one compared to the last one, even on the reverse, as you can see. Did we get that VF35? We did not. Man, I'll tell you, it's hard for me to grade the VFs and XFs because most of the Morgans I submit are typically in the mint state. So I have some learning to do, and I can use all of these ones that I submitted today to find out why I was off a few points. But it's still in the VF range. VF30, 1894S. We'll take it. A lot more hair detail, as you can see. A pretty nice coin overall for VF. And I guess just not nice enough for an XF, which I agree with. And not nice enough for a high-end VF35 either. Another one for the registry, and we'll take it. And then finally, we have the 1894O coming up. I have it down as VF30. Only $160 declared value, so even I was thinking it's going to be a hard press for a VF30, but we knew it wasn't going to get much higher than that, even if it could. Let's just take a peek at it. Yeah, and you can see on this one a little less feather details, especially towards the top and the tip of the feathers. And typically that means it's going to be a mid to low grade VF at best. Did I get the VF30 on this one? We are off by 5 on every Morgan. VF25, what are you going to do? It's not the bottom end at VF20, and it's not the upper end at VF35. VF25, we'll take it. Man, tough submission so far, but again, hard grading the VF coins. All right, that gets rid of the VFs. Next up is a better date, 1892S. I couldn't exceed AU55 or the value jumps over $300. I still think it's a mid-range AU. That's why I put 55. If I thought it was a 58, I probably would have graded it or insured it at an MS60. But I put 55 for a reason because even I knew it probably wasn't a 58, but it's definitely an AU coin. Not the best looking on the back. As you can see, it's been slightly circulated, a little bit of wear for a Philadelphia minted Morgan dollar, but a lot of detail still present. How did we do? AU 55? Man, we are just one grade off on everything, but you know what? We knew it was about that. Some mint luster still, so I knew it wasn't an AU 50. I still thought it had just enough luster and not that much wear to warrant a mid to higher AU. I was actually thinking maybe a 58 on this one if I got lucky, but 55 for sure. And we didn't get it. We didn't get it, but it's our second highest graded Morgan of the submission, AU 53, and we'll take it. We have 3 Morgans left, all of which I thought were mint state. We have the 1879P, the 1878S, and the 1878 seven-tail feathers, which just so happens to be the reverse of the 1878, not the 79, and I've covered that in other videos. 1879 Philly, I have it down as an MS63, and man, it's finally nice to see some lustrous Mint State Morgans, I hope. Don't think there's any way this is going to get a 58 or a 55 in the AU because it's not been circulated. A little bit of toning, a nice looking Morgan. Let's see how we did. We got it spot on. Typically, I'm pretty good at the Mint State ones because, like I said, I've submitted a lot of them. There is some chatter on this one, so I kind of figured it wouldn't be higher than a 63. They're kind of lenient on me on this one because sometimes these are going to be slabbed as 62s, but when they're a common date like this one, they're a little more forgiving in my opinion, and yeah, we'll take it. MS63, that's a good one. Next one up is another MS63. I put a plus here because I could have insured it for almost a 64, but I put a 63, which was one grade higher than I really thought because that was the max that I could value it out at. That's why I put the plus there. One above what I really thought. This one has some pretty good chatter on it. Let's take a peek at it really quick. Another nice looking Morgan silver dollar, 1878. This is going to be a San Francisco minted one. Did we get the 63 or the 62 as I assumed? We got the 62. Yeah, take a look at the chatter on this one. A lot of ugliness in the field. There's a little discoloration, a little bit of odd toning on it. And I had a feeling this was going to be a slider, being either a 62 or a 63. So I insured it for a 63, but kind of some unappealing eye appearance, if you will, all on this coin. Either way, 62, can't get mad at it. One grade off what we wanted, but what we expected. Finally, the last coin of the submission is another 1878. This is a Philadelphia minted, and it has the reverse of the 1878. You've got the parallel arrow feather and the concave breast feathers. And the back's not as nice as the front. It's a little bit choppy on it, little bit of fogginess to the luster, but the obverse was much nicer, and we got the MS63, I thought. Knew it wouldn't be higher than a 63. Look at that ugly abrasion on the chin. It's odd, though. You know, some of these coins, they're not far off each other, and some got a 63, one got a 62. I knew they all were sliders. This is why I took forever to submit some of these. I thought maybe I could find a better one at a good price without paying up for it before I submitted them, but we didn't. Either way, two 63s, a 62, another 62 on the 21D, and then a whole bunch of slight misses by me. But again, VFs and fines and XFs are hard for me to gauge because I just don't submit that many of those kind of Morgans. And at least we got decent grades on some of these from my registry, and I get to learn from them by examining them a little further. Again, I know it wasn't the most fun submission. No dandies here, no highly valuable coins. This was basically just me filming something I submitted from a registry and for a learning experience for myself and maybe for you guys as well. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this PCGS unboxing video number 20. If you did, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting and thanks for watching.